Happy Mario Day to you all, but I know you. It's Mario Day, but you need... Even in the quiet period, we're getting all kinds of action. Let's go. Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Well, the news today is that people are leaving the company. What does that mean? Well, everybody else seems to think that it's all bad news. If you've been following the channel, you know that we have various hypotheses on what could be happening, right? It's not necessarily bad. Look at it from this point of view, right? And we're going to analyze a couple of situations here. What is it that we know? The company has poor quality control. So if the QA is leaving, does it matter? What difference does it make? Are they doing a great job? Hell no. Absolutely not. What could this mean? It could mean that, you know, what people are saying, oh, they're about to close down this and that and the other. Or it could mean that the new owners are going through the company, right? They're doing their audits, and they just found out that person X, whoever that person may be, doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. There's no reason to pay them, right? Based on the quality of the games that have been put out, right? And just the QA in general, whoever was doing the job wasn't doing a very good job at all and should have been fired months ago, if not years ago, right? Before that, I don't think they even had a QA, to tell you the truth. If you remember in one of the videos and one of the tours that Smash JT did back in the day, I think John Alvarado was working on a console he said he was sending to Dubai, and remember what happened to that console? It wasn't ready. So I don't think anybody was checking that, either that or, you know, he did a bad job. Who knows? Who knows at this point? Mr. Alvarado has gotten pretty scot-free during this whole situation, but if it gets any darker, Mr. Teflon is going to take some damage. I hate to see it, because we don't have that many Hispanic voices in the gaming community, so hopefully he's able to find something better, or he stays with the company in its new phase, whatever that is. Also, we found out that a couple of programmers leaving, the same thing. Programming what? The games aren't finished. The games aren't finished. It's shitty programming. You know, these guys have been just sucking on the teat of money that was put out by the investors. So it doesn't only mean that the company's going broke. It could mean that, but it also mean, like I said, that the new investors or the new co-owners or the new partnership is going through the company and trimming the fat, just like we talked about before. Remember I said it, the best thing to do is get rid of a lot of these people that are unnecessary to the job because they've just been sitting there taking a salary, not performing. You don't want any more employees that are going to do nothing, basically, right? So that's what that can mean. Now, the other point that came up is these people that are sitting in the higher echelons of this disaster that are taking a salary within television and have other jobs. Yeah. Well, this could be what we were talking about, that these games were never meant to come out, and this was just a glorified Patreon, right? That really, you know, cements a lot of the thoughts of that hypothesis, right? Where, you know, he brought in people from the outside, people that were his friends, and they're just benefiting off all these investments, and they just want to create a perpetual Patreon where these guys are receiving a salary from this company that's producing nothing but taking in all these donations. Unfortunately, the well ran dry because they never did anything concrete, right? The other thing that could be very possible, guys, and it's very, very possible, that these people took the job like that, right? The one thing we know from the previous CEO is that he would sign some fucking horrible contracts. He just has no business sense, and that's not a knock on him. It's not in his background, right? He just, when it comes to making a console, he had no experience. It doesn't seem like he has a business sense of what's going on. Maybe he just wanted these people on here. I mean, they already have a lawsuit, you know, and we talked about, you guys remember back in the day, I told you, if this launch goes south on him, that loss could be greater than the market cap of this company, right? And so far, it's cost him $1 million, what is it, $1.5 million? And it could be greater if you don't make the consoles, right? So there it is. So it could be that he just brought these people in with that condition. They told him, look, we'll work there, but since this is new, we got to keep our other jobs because we don't know when this is going to end. And just for the sake of appearing to have professionals in the company, he just might have taken that deal. You know, the funnest thing about this from a business perspective is, you know, we're building this case. It's this mystery, right? It's like a Scooby-Doo mystery, and we keep adding pieces to the puzzle, and every time we add a piece, it can mean one thing or another. You know, and everybody's saying this is bad, this is already a scam, and it's quite possible it could be that people are just, you know, leaving because they're about to go bankrupt. It's quite possible. The other possibility is that they're being acquired, and that company that's acquiring them is going through the books, is going through the payroll, is doing heavy audits, and based on that, they've already told people, hey, by the end of March, your ass is out of here. That's why they're looking for jobs. That's a very, very strong possibility. We just talked about it in the previous video. So let's see what happens, you know? I mean, there's a lot of hypothesis, a lot of conjecture, you know? But you can see where a lot of the business aspects that we've been talking about here for the past few months are finally falling in line, right? Some of these things could be one thing, they could be another. But the one thing I can tell you is it doesn't matter which side of the fence you're on regarding this console. I don't think anybody really wants it to end, right? It's been so fun to talk about. It's produced so much content for everybody. It's like a train wreck that we want to keep on going. And it's sad to see for it to come to an end because it has been so much fun throughout this pandemic. It really has given us a lot to talk about during, you know, a period where everything else was dead. I mean, people are now gravitating towards it. People that would never talk about, you know, business or larger channels are looking at this and, you know, they're either calling it a scam or talking about, you know, what has happened throughout the last 2 years specifically, right? But man, I hope, and I really, really hope somebody's trying to acquire it because I would love to talk about this thing. I don't want to lose my deposit. I want to get that sweet, sweet wood grain, have it right here and play it, right? Because if we do, and the games are one way or the other, we'll have even more things to talk about. And however this turns out, let me tell you, whether it's somebody acquiring it or somebody just declaring bankruptcy, there's going to be a lot to talk about. The other things that make me think that, you know, this might be a takeover, there's a very strong possibility, right? Just as it's a strong possibility that BK is that Tommy privated his tweets and they went into a silent period. If you're an acquiring company, what do you want? You want these people to be quiet because they're killing the brand. They really are. Everybody that talks over there is just, whether it's Nick Richards, whether it's Phil Adam, whether it's Tommy, it's toxic for the brand, right? So if you're acquiring this company, you do want everybody, and I mean everybody, to shut the hell up. That would be the best thing to do if you're an acquiring company. You don't want any of these people talking anymore, and you want them to disappear from from the edge of the gaming universe if you want to move these properties along and keep the brand name in television, because, you know, the Amico name is so toxic right now. But you know what they'll get? They'll get instant publicity, because they'll be able to turn something that was so negative, and all they have to do, the bar is so fucking low. The bar is so low. All they have to do is produce a console. All they have to do is finish the job, right? So any improvement that they make, they're going to get free publicity, right? And they're going to get that notoriety of saving the company. Now, will it be through making a console? It wouldn't be the smartest move, as I told you before. There really is no money, in the console. But could they deliver these games that, a lot of people have been wanting, whether it's Cloudy Mountain, whether it's Night Stalker, whether it's Flying Tigers, people, those games people had really wanted to play. Not everybody, but a lot of the old man cringe community have, and we'd be willing to play it on Steam if we had to, and I know that's the case with many retro gamers out there. So don't be too quick to judge. It could be that they're going BK just like everybody says, or it could be that they're being acquired. Either way, there's a lot more to come. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.